I'm playing around in VCV Rack today. Oh, I have some updates to do, so let's go take a look at that here real quick. Actually, first I need to remember to reroute my audio in our routing matrix here. So let's kill the Windows audio and route it through my Reaper output. Not that that really matters that much for our purposes today, but still. All right, let's update everything here in VCV. Should just take a minute. And then I'll reopen it, and then it's time to go. So let me pull this music down, and here we go. Let's dive in. Let's see what happens here. All right. So for anybody who's never seen this before, this is modular synthesis. It's still fairly new to me. And so I'm probably going to get stuck a lot. Let's grab audio 16 and let's grab a clock, because a clock is almost always helpful with this. I use clocked. I seem to like this one. And I'm trying to decide what I want to start with. Maybe I'll start with like a drum loop or something, but I think first things first, let's get a teleporter going here. So let's call this teleporter. We're gonna call this clock. So I'm gonna get my reset. Oh, did I grab the wrong one? That's the reset input. This is the reset output. Okay, so it's from down here. Reset, run, beats per minute, and then 3 clocks. Let's connect all that up. There we go. And let's pick a BPM. Let's do something a little bit faster. Let's do like 141. I've been working in slower tempos, so let's try something a little bit quicker. So now we got some basic clock going on. Let's see here. What else do I need? I'm probably gonna want a mixer. So let's grab a mixer. Some of this stuff I should probably like just have pre-built. I'm gonna go ahead and do the big mixer because I think I'm gonna regret doing the small one. So, and then let's get the big aux send as well. And then we got the DAW going. So let's just go ahead and route all of this out. So blue is my audio. So let's, for the time being, let's route this mixer. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know if I'm gonna use the multi-out in VCV or not, but let's go set it up anyways, just in case. We'll build the multi-channel routing. So everything should route out to output number 1 now, and then we'll call this VCV Rack, and then I'll put it in a group, just VCV group, just in case I end up doing something a little bit different with it. We'll do that for the time being. All right, back to VCV. Sorry for the flickering. When I'm in full screen mode, it kind of freaks out a bit, and it doesn't, like, let me mess with it real fast. Like, there's no good way to, like, yeah, if I double click it, it just goes into this, and this fold just doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna float it again and just full screen it, and we'll deal with the flickering. It's fine. It's buggy, but it's fine. I'm actually going to assume that I'm going to need the smaller mixer up here. It's easier to work with. Oof, that was loud. I need to turn that down a bit. Yo, Whimper Pigeon, Whimper Pigog? I don't know how to pronounce that. I need to turn that down real quick, though. That was a lot louder than I anticipated. Thank you so much for the follow, though. Really appreciate you. Where the hell is my slobs channel? I had it turned up because I was watching a show on my other screen over here, and I totally forgot to turn it back down, and now I don't remember where it is. How's your evening going? Hopefully you're doing well. Eventually there's going to be music happening, I promise. There we go, slobs alerts. Turn those down a bit, and then it won't blow me away quite so much. All right, back into VCV. Okay, so let's connect this mixer up to the outs. I might be using multiple mixers. They take up, like 2% of my processor just to have another mixer up. So I might have to try and see if I can find some lighter footprint mixers possibly. Okay, so we got teleport, we got clock. Let's tighten this up and zoom in a little bit for our sake. Okay, so let's do the teleporter here for the clock. And let's start with some drums. Let's start with, I usually don't start with drums, so let's start with a sequencer. So let's see here. Sequencer, I like stable 16. I'm getting familiar with it, so I'm gonna stick with the modules that I'm getting good at, just because I think it's better for me to kind of get good at this for a bit before I dive into new modules. So let's do some randomization here, and let's start with a basic hi-hat groove. I think, actually, you know what? Let's start with the kick drum, because kicks, you can never go wrong having a good kick drum. I'm really liking this this deep free analog kick. So I think I'm gonna actually bring it down here. I'm gonna set up all of my stuff over there. So let's see here. Number 1 is the reset. So let's connect this to reset. Number 2 should be, number 2 is clocked. Oh, it's the run button, which doesn't work for this sequencer, unfortunately. I wish I could turn it on and off. Number 3 is BPM, which I won't need because my clock will do that for me. So I can send number 4 as my trigger input. And now if I hit run, is it stepping through? If it is stepping through, I'm having a hard time telling. Okay, it is stepping through. It's just the bloom is way too much. So let's turn that bloom down a bit so I can maybe see where the steps are. Maybe it's stepping. I can't actually tell. Oh, wait. I need something to, let's try this. Actually, this should be a clock out. So let's send this down into the trigger. Okay, it's definitely working, but it looks like it's just sending clock. It doesn't look like it's actually running. So why might that be? Reset, run. What am I doing wrong? So that's a reset, right? Reset. That goes to the reset. Hit run. Doesn't run. Let's just let's initialize this thing. I'm just gonna reload it. This is what happens when I don't actually know how to do this. I run into stuff that I break all of the time. See, now it's running. So let's throw in the reset, and let's throw in trigger. Okay, so maybe it's just that it's really slow. Okay, it's just that it was really slow. That's all there was. So let's randomize. Although it feels like it's not running again now. I'm not sure what that does. Okay, initialize, brought it back. Something in the randomize stopped it. 141 at a quarter note is pretty fast. Let's split the difference and do like 135. Let's see about what 135 feels like. So this one looks like a cool kick drum pattern. So let's take, actually I want to do green. Green for the trigger. And then I actually think I want to do this. I think I want to make another teleport. So let's go into my favorites. Let's make another teleport. We'll call this one sequencer. And let's just wire this all over to the teleport. I promise this thing will make sound. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so all the sequencers are mapped to the teleporter now, so let's get the other side of the teleport for the sequencer. And then now where did my kick drum thing go? Somehow I accidentally deleted it. Drums, kick drum. So let's do sequencer number 2 into the trigger. And I need to remember I wanted to do that with green, I think. So there's my trigger input for that. Let's get a VCA. And hopefully this is all still working. VCA, what VCA do I want? I've been really liking just the, let's do the spank. Let's take the output from here into the input of the VCA, and then let's also, I actually shouldn't need to do anything else with it from here. So look, from here, let's do another quick, actually, maybe I want to look at a mixer. No, I still can't figure out a good way to do this to keep it all separated. I think, because I would love to be able to map it all out to Reaper, but in doing that, I lose other flexibility inside of VCV, so I don't quite love that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this kick drum because I already did the other one. So let's try playing with this one. Actually, let's make that a red cable because that's still, and this is throwing in that. Actually, no, this should be green. Okay, let's use an 808 to start. Let's get a VCA. Or not a VCA. I just need to patch it into the mixer. Maybe from here I can just not worry about teleporters and just straight patch it. It's kind of gross, but... Now see, I expected that to make sound. So why did it not? It's not outputting. So what am I missing here? Trigger in. It looks like I see it hitting the VCA, but nothing. I think I need something to hit this envelope as well. So maybe I need this to go into the gate input. There it is. Hello. Everything is so loud in this thing. I just need to like know that I need to set all of my mixer channels. Maybe I just need to build like a default patch that has my mixer turned way down. So let's just turn these down. Okay, so here we have a basic kick drum. What else do we have? That's kind of cool. Let's go with the 808. No, let's do the 909. $707. You wish, buddy. You wish. How you doing? Let's see here. What else do I want to do with this kick drum? Let's give it some distortion for sure, because I'm almost certain I'll end up wanting that. Doing it just dandy, huh? I like this chow tape, but I feel like I remember it eating up a lot of processing when I used it. So let's try this wave destruction module instead. So we'll set that into the output. We'll patch that into the input. That's starting to sound cool. I like the hard. I don't hate this, but I don't quite know where to go with it without hearing something else in context. So let's get like a hi-hat going along with this, just to get an idea of where I'm going. I really like this. Where's that hi-hat that can do both closed and opened? So let's see here. What looks like a cool... This one looks like a cool hi-hat pattern. That's teleport 6. So this should be trigger input, and then I think what I want to do here, what's the way to do this? I think I want to use a Bernoulli gate. I'll do like a poly chance. No, I'll just do chances. So we'll plug that into the input. And then we'll do output A into there and output B into the open hi-hat. Let's see if I did this right. So let's plug this into the mixer. Also, I really would prefer it to be there. So if that's the case, then let's move the kick drum that way. This kick drum's just too loud. Oh, I'm turning the hi-hats down. That's more palatable, so let's call this hats. Call this kick. Number 3 will be snare. Oh, if I'm gonna do everything in one mixer, maybe I will just do one mixer per style of things. Let's turn this down a little bit. So what this chances gate does here, essentially, is it, actually I'm gonna turn that back up and just go out to the VCV out here and just turn it down out in Reaper. What it does is it goes back and forth between, so like basically I have the trigger coming in, and if it, like I'm sending A out into the closed hi-hat and B over to the open hi-hat, and it like probabilistically chooses which one, and it's opening the hi-hat in a probabilistic way, which is kind of cool. So let's start making some, I don't like this kick drum sound. I'm just gonna get rid of this module. I'm not liking it. It's not doing it for me. I feel like I really liked this particular one. So it should be, this sequence is going into the gate here. So I must need to run that over into the trigger and then run the output of that into the input of this gate. This is a lot of notes. I'm going to try slowing the patch down. Let's see what that does. I'm still not loving this kick drum sound. It's not. It's got a very 8-bitty kind of vibe to it. Let's try a different one again. What's this one do? So the gate and then output it, because it's audio now, so it's... Oops, don't move. That's interesting that I'm getting like nothing out of it really. What happens here if I what if I just remove all of this patching and plug this thing right into the mixer? There we go. That's getting better. Okay, so now let's patch back into this thing. That's so interesting that it doesn't work without the gate coming in. That's better. One thing that's going to go a long ways here, and I should just go ahead and do this now because I know I'm going to want it, is let's get a little bit of delay and reverb going on some of these things. So let's use this delay, and I'll send in let's do like a ×2 and a ×1. Let's do the ×2 input for the clock delay, or for the clock input here. And then let's patch in to aux 1. Okay, so now I should be able to get some delay going on this, on the hi-hats. Modulate those a little bit. That's starting to sound cool. And then it certainly wouldn't be a modular patch without some reverb. Let's get plateau, because that's the only thing worth using in here that I've found so far. I'm sure there are other reverbs worth using, but I have not yet found them. So let's just go ahead and patch all of that in. And then let's send these hi-hats to... There we go. Okay, let's try and get this wave destruction back going on this kick drum. Let's turn everything down. I like just the saturation. I don't like that I have to turn it so far down, but it is what it is. Okay. I'm sure I'm going to need some teleports to get stuff up there, so let's leave some space for that. I need to think of some other aux effects to use, potentially. So let's start doing some modulating, because that's where all the fun is. So one of the first things I want to do is get a Bernoulli gate going. Let's just do chances again, and we'll take the gate input here. We'll put output A here. What that's going to do is just every now and again, we won't get the exact same kick pattern. See, it'll miss some kicks every now and again. And we're going to do that with the hi-hat too, I think. So we have chances picking whether one is open or not. Let's also get chances in here again and get the, let's see here. So we're going to run from one into the other. And now it'll every now and again drop hits and then also choose which one it wants to go to for open or closed. So now we got a lot of probabilistic stuff happening with the hi-hats, which is pretty cool. Let's get a filter going on it. Let's see here. I think I really like lateralis, but let's try stable. Stable's pretty cool. So we're gonna come out of the low pass. Boy, that kick drum is just still kind of obnoxiously loud, or maybe it's just that hi-hats are just really quiet. Okay. I also think that I'm having a hard time telling where 1 is at this point because we don't have anything going on, but let's definitely get a little bit of, actually let's get a pad going on real fast just so that we have a kind of a general idea of some pitch or tone that we might go after. So first things first is we want to grab the teleport out because we're going to want the clock. And then let's grab, I don't want to use modulo, I want to use a sequencer for some arpeggios, I think. So let's grab, I don't want to use progress again. Progress is cool, but I want to get good at node sequencer 16. So I think the first one here is the reset. That's start input, right? Run output, yeah. So let's patch in the start, and then what was 3? 3 is the clock. Okay, so 3 is the clock pass through, but that's like for locking in another clock. So there we go, is if I wanted a quarter note. So let's pick a key here. Let's do F sharp, Phrygian. Ooh, let's do some Phrygian. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna hit the random, and let's make a lot of notes. So now we just need to get a polyphonic oscillator. And I'm going to be really generic and use bleak because that's what I've been using all day and I really dig it. So let's actually make that cable green. And then let's just real quick, let's just patch this up into the mixer. I'm not going to teleport these just because it's too much work. Why is that so loud? I wish there was like a, oh, you know what? I know how I can handle that. What I want to do is get a VCA. Sorry if that blew anybody away. Kind of blew me away. One of the most frustrating things about working with audio gear is that, okay, so turn everything off, reset it all, run. One of the most frustrating things about working with audio gear is that they always make everything way too loud, and if you try and work at a reasonable mixing volume, like stuff blows you away all the time. So we definitely want to modulate that. Let's also double up the clock on this. What do you say? F sharp Phrygian is going to be a tough one to work with. All right, so first things first, because we know we're going to want it, let's name this thing ARPS. Hit it with some magic. Okay, so let's get some filtering going on this because we definitely need to do some filtering. So let's get an LFO. We're gonna do this LFO here because it's really cool. It does a lot of fun stuff. Let's turn the rate down. I also kind of feel like I want to push the gate. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then let's do... Let's do a clock. What's it called? It's called a divider. Let's get a clock divider. I'll put that clock into there. Divide by 4 and click. Do that as a random trigger input so that it. That's more often than I want it to do it. Maybe not often enough. There we go. That way we can get some variety going in this sequencer. Before we hit the VCA, let's hit a ADSR. Let's do slap. Okay, this kick drum is driving me nuts. We need to filter it. What does the resonant filter sound like with this thing? Definitely not. So let's just do, I think I actually like boomstick. Okay, now let's start modulating that. So let's get an LFO. Make the rate really, really low. And these should be yellow cables. And let's do, actually, you know what, let's put this over here because I'm going to use this for modulating everything on the hi-hat too. All right. Let's get some movement on that pulse width. Same with the wave. Let's move that around a bit. So we get some movement going. I like the hats kind of coming in and out like that. That's cool. Put that in between. Is there anything else I want to do with these hi-hats? I feel like a phaser or something would be kind of cool. Where you at? Effects. Effect. Yeah, let's do a phaser. Why not? And of course it goes away. Just something to make that a little bit more exciting. This arpeggiator needs some filtering though. Filter, let's do... Also, we need to start modulating, or doing some pan modulation for sure. There we go, that's starting to sound cool. Well, it's gonna get some Moog, don't worry, it's gonna get some Moog. It's just that I've gotta rig it up so that I can bring it out here into Reaper and start hitting stuff with the Moog, but that's what this is all for, so I can bring it out into the channels into Reaper later. I still haven't figured out a good way to do that though, but it's gonna happen. So let's also do a cutoff filter on this. Let's do lateralis this time. So we want to bring that into the input, come out of the 24 dB per octave output. Let's modulate that cutoff. Maybe I want to go this way to open up. Kick drum's still a bit loud. I guess it's hard to say for sure because everything's gonna change, but let's get some claps going. So which sequence do I want to use here for claps? None of them look particularly good right off the bat, so I might just set one up here with a basic and see if I want to add anything. So this is on path number 4. Oh, I wish I'd have put those ARPs. Oh wait, no, Boy, that's kind of quiet, huh? That's funny. Ooh. So let's reset everything here. So, there we go. I found the groove now. I'll probably see you around then. Good night. I'll be here playing around with this stupid shit. All right, let's get some modulation going here because I want to get let's get an LFO. Hi-hats, let's mess with the pan. I kind of feel like I should put like an attenuator on this because I don't know that I really need it to go all the way. Slow it down a bit more. Yeah, maybe it does need an attenuator, but man, I'd have to do that on every single one, wouldn't I? And that's gonna get gross real fast to put an attenuator on every single one of these things. Add some drive with modulation. I should probably save this. I don't know that I've actually come up with anything that I'm happy with or feel like keeping, but we'll call this F sharp Phrygian ugly. First things first, let's get some there we go. Man, I can't seem to control the volume of this. Maybe the answer is a compressor. I don't know why I never thought about using a compressor in here, but compressor. I just want something super simple. Yeah, I don't really feel like that helped it. Okay, these claps. I mean, I could just... Okay. Why are the 808 claps so much quieter than everything else? That's weird. Okay, what else do I have for... Boy, that particular snare drum is just really quiet, isn't it? Okay, so what do I want to do next? Feel decently happy with that. I want like a bass arpeggiator, I think. So let's do that next. So let's get a teleport from the sequencer, and we'll get a divider again because I might need to change the timing. And this time let's do what am I looking for? A quantizer. Roots F sharp and the modes Phrygian. Let's get an oscillator so we can see what it's doing. Let's try something different. The Instruo stuff is super complicated. I need to get back into more time, like spend more time with it, but maybe I'll try the tidal modulator. I think I was having some good luck with this macro oscillator. So let's see here. Do I want to do like a note deal? Quantizers. Scale. What is this? Who's this by? Aaron Static. Diatonic chord generator. There we go. It thinks it's F sharp minor, but it's definitely not, because I would think that it's gonna know that we're Phrygian, right? Oh, it's just because the first chord in Phrygian is minor, right? So let's send that data over here, and this should be a green cable. That should go into the volts per octave. And we're gonna use, which sequencer do we want to use here for the bass? I'm almost kind of tempted to just use the kick drum and just follow the kick drum and the snare. Can I combine? I think I could combine them. But let's try just the kick drum. Which kick drum's? Number 2. And let's get a oscillator. Or sorry, not an oscillator, a VCA. If I could think. Let's just use punch. And then we'll take that up to, actually let's move this up here. This patch is getting somewhat large already. I mean, not. Need to get in the habit of turning those down before I turn them on. So this is bass. Actually, let's do that over here. So let's see here. If I wanted to have it step through the notes in the chord, how would I do that? I would need a polyphonic. I would need a way of like stepping through that, so I would need an arpeggiator. We'll use the simple arpeggiator. We'll grab the volts per octave input. Nope, that's not the way that works. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna, because that's really, really annoying. Let's see if I can remember the way this works. So I know I need clock input. Maybe that's what all I'm missing is just the clock input. I will put the reset in, because that should be reset. It's weird that it's not going through the chord. So I see the different notes. What if I... No, it's got nothing to do with that. Is this not polyphonic? It shouldn't need to be polyphonic actually. The arpeggiator should be kicking out. So it's seeing voltage, but it's not changing voltage. There's my chord out. It should be fine. What did I use? Oh, that's for note sequencer. Okay. So what am I doing wrong with this thing? So I'm getting the root. And I want it to arpeggiate. I'm going to turn off the other stuff real quick so I can focus. I know listening to this oscillator just go is not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm gonna try a different oscillator because I feel like I've had trouble with this one in the past. It's probably just that I don't understand it properly, but well, this doesn't have a VCA. So actually, maybe the answer here is that I just need to get a VCA. And let's see here, the gate output from this. Oh wait, that's an input, that's a gate input. So this gate output is what should go to the VCA. That would go there. That would go there, but now it's not opening the VCA at all because this has no trigger. So the gate input should be, let's see if I can remember where the gate input wants to come from. I think I want to do it from, oh, that's right, I have this over here. So I totally forgot that I brought this over here. So that's my clock input, although that's supposed to be like a run. So the clock input should be that one, because that's from the sequencer. But then I also want to have some clock input from just like the actual clock. So reset that, grab the teleporter and use the clock teleporter. So this should be the reset, which that goes there. My actual clock information, I'm going to plug into here and divide it by 2. And put that into here. Wait, what is that? That's the sequencer. I wanted to do the clock. So that's clock reset. I want to grab the divided by 2. Plug that into the clock. The sequencer should be the gate input. There we go. Now it's opening up the VCA. Okay. I'm still not getting any change in the chord notes, which is interesting. I kind of thought that I would. So why am I not getting, because it's just sending out the first one? That's got to be it. No, this Arpeggiator doesn't seem to be doing its job. Oh, there we go. I just had to turn the hold button on. Okay. Took a few, but we got it going. So is that how I want it to gate though? Because I kind of feel like I want it to do something a little bit more interesting than that. Or is this plugged into the gate? It's interesting. I'm not 100% sure how this works. Because I do feel like that should be doing something more than just... Yeah, it's interesting, like changing the gate doesn't seem to actually change anything. I mean, obviously not having it. But I want it to do something more than just that. I want it to do some faster rhythmic stuff. I don't know why it's not. Oh, oops. Is it because I'm missing the trigger input here on this? Like, okay. Now it's doing what I think it should. Okay, so this is a divider. That's weird. I need some more LFOs, because I mean I have this one, but let's just do coddle. We'll do something a little bit crazy. Something a little bit hectic. Make that random. It's more fun random. And then maybe we'll also it's a bass synth, but we'll probably do another like just big bass blah kind of thing on the ones. Maybe. Let's mess with the timbre. Mess with the cutoff. Just to get some movement. I'm not actually using that, so let's get rid of it for... I'm almost tempted to switch keys just because Phrygian's so hard to do anything interesting with, but it could be good. I just needed to like change chords at some point in time. So maybe if I do that, like, maybe that's what I want the clock divider for, is to change between two values, because if I could get it to go from F sharp minor 7 to like B minor 7. I might want to do that with a different different patch, so I can do pads with it, or not a different patch, but oh, this patch is weird. It's a good start, but it's not anywhere near. I need to attenuate these so that they don't pan all the way like that, but that's maybe something for another time, I'm not sure. I dig this bass sound, but I need it to not go every single time. I need to add a I need to add a Bernoulli to it, add a chances. And then let's also add like some ADSR to it. Use the VCV one. We haven't really used it much yet. Assuming I can remember how to use it. I think that I want to use this as the gate in, and then this is the envelope out. And then let's modulate all of that too. Do I have any like... It'd be really cool if I had an LFO that had a lot out that didn't... Actually, you know, I'll use Caudal again. I'll just use the same. I have it right here. Actually, I could probably use the other one here because I forgot these have attenuators on them. That's starting to sound cool. Maybe we'll leave the attack alone, but let everything else change over time. That's cool. So then I think the way to do this would be to do a step sequencer. Let's see here, what's the easiest way to do this? So many of these modules I still need to learn. They're just so complicated. I think this is what I want, is this digital sequencer right here. And so like we want the first input to be like basically 0. And then I want this one to choose that. That's actually maybe changing more often than I want, but I think that'll be fine. So this will change the chord input. Let's see if it works. Well, it worked for a moment, so I need it to stay up. So I could use this to step through a simple chord progression by slowing it down with the, actually maybe that's not a bad idea, to slow it down. Because I could use a clock divider here. So if I clock in that and I go half as often, put that step in. So we'll do those there. Okay, so now we got some chord progression going on, sort of. It'll be better once I build some pads, but ooh, a minor 7 flat 5 chord. Very cool. What if we go to like A7? Maybe not A7. I wish there was a way that I could like easily step through this without having to like listen to all of it. There we go, much better. Okay, so let's use this same sequencer here now to get a pad going with the same chord generator or scale generator essentially. So I'm going to start out by doing it simply with just a single oscillator, but I'm probably going to change that. So let's grab an oscillator. Let's do I want to do something different, but I really like the volt stuff, so we're gonna do it. Let's grab Bleak. It's so good. It's hard to say no. So we're gonna grab chord out. And then I need something to trigger it as well. So let's get our clock. And then I also need to get a VCA. And then I already know this is gonna be a huge pain, so let's just pad. Man, I really wish I'd have built a bigger mixer now, because I feel like let's turn gain way, way, way down so we don't get blown away. So Bleak should be polyphonic. Oops, that should be blue. And let's take this up to the mixer. Jesus. Even with turning it way the hell down, I got blown away. It's really obnoxious. Okay. We're definitely going to do some stuff to break that up. Also, it needs to change octaves from the other thing, so let's grab an octaver. Oh, you know what? Totally don't need the octaver. Bleak has a octaver built right into it. Okay, so I definitely want to build a better pad than this, and I kind of like splitting them all out. It just takes a long time to do. But it does make a big difference, but we might be able to just, no. Like, I want to do something fun with this, but I mean, one of the first things we could do here though is just add a trigger in. Do I have like a single clock hit? Yeah, my third clock is just on the 1, but I'm gonna want to divide that even still. So I'll just use this divider here. Too much. Okay, so 1/16 is way too divided. Let's try every quarters. Boy, that doesn't happen very often, does it? Or is that happening at all? Reset that needs to go into that clock divider. Yeah, this clock doesn't seem to be hitting this VCA at all. So let's see if we can find a better way to trigger this. We'll do it with ADSR. It's interesting. I must be like misunderstanding how this works. Yeah, I must not be using this right. Oh, there we go. There's something. Must not be polyphonic. That's gotta be it. That's just not polyphonic. Triggering this ADSR? It looks like it is, but it's just... Interesting. sending a full 10 volts, but huh. That's weird that it doesn't actually push the VCA hard when it's hitting. But like if I push it, that's about what I would expect it to sound like, but I don't know. Definitely don't want that happening all the time. Yeah, it's just not hitting that VCA at all. I mean, I can get it up there, but I'd rather break all of these notes out into their own respective VCAs. But I'd also like to change to have some different inversions and stuff on the chords as well. Let's turn this whole thing down just a touch. Let's mess with this pad a little bit, see what we can do to it. Maybe we can get it to do something more interesting. Let's add like some granular stuff to it. See what Ghosts does. Where's the input? So these are all for the modulations. How do I actually patch into this thing? Yeah, that's definitely not it. So this is CV input, so that's I think where... Is this thing polyphonic? I have no idea what this thing is doing. Let's just solo out the pad for a little bit. This doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of anything. Put some clock on it. What does it do? Input. There we go. That's starting to sound kind of cool. Still don't know quite why it's so quiet, but I also wish I had some more stereo to it, but let's get something else. Let's get some kind of filtering before we... Oh, let's do the liquid filter. I haven't really used it much. Take low pass 4 out. And then let's just grab a couple of these and modulate them a bit. What if we change the clock? That's better. Should probably add some modulation to some of that, but I also want to add at least one more step to this. It just needs something. Ooh. That's finally starting to do some cool stuff. I just wish it wasn't so quiet. Wish I could figure out why it's so quiet. And now it's gone. I don't know what these different cubes are or what they do, but if it would come back, that sounds pretty cool. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about this pad. It may get the axe. I kind of hate it. Overall, this patch is not my favorite, but it's something. Still kind of learning how to get this thing to do anything that I want it to do. I will slowly learn it. Let's take a look at what it looks like in dark mode. Save it, view, bring the room brightness down, bring the light bloom up. Get that vibe going. Yeah, this ice tray thing, it's cool, but it's a bit extreme. It's kind of cool. This is very like computer ARP music. Save the Reaper project here. Okay. Let's go back and kind of review some of the other ones that I've been working on. Let's see here. What was this one? I don't even remember what this is now. Ooh. I forgot about this one. This one's cool. Something's really hot. So what's going on here? It's a lot of the same stuff. Patching is a little less clean, but so this ADSR is triggering that, and the gate from it's coming from a Bernoulli gate, which is getting fed from a clock. That's mine. Didn't know how to teleport clocks around yet. I don't even think these clocks are synced. I'm using this sequencer here. What is this sequencer for? The hi-hat. Which is this. This is a pretty cool patch. I like that kick. Ooh. I think here I'm using broken up oscillators for all of the chord stuff here, which is really cool. I like it. I don't know how to, using Instruo like this, I don't know how to get different chords, different notes. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just need to, like, I need to find like videos for every individual module and just really spend some time with each one. This one's kind of cool. The hard thing is these things are really hard to come back to. Like once you walk away from it, you're kind of done with it. Because it's really hard to remember what the hell you did. So that one's kind of cool. Let's check out this other one I was working on, see what it sounds like. I'm just really trying to learn this thing. Open recent. I think it's the D Lydian arps that I want to check out. Oof. That was loud. Yeah, so I'm not very far into this one. This is one I think I will come back to. My organization is a lot better, so it's much easier to tell what's going on. So this needs some hi-hats. Or maybe I'll do a ride. I haven't really done a ride. So what sequencer here would be good for a ride? The bottom one actually looks like it would be. don't really much care for any of those. Do I have any other rides to try? Deep, kick, snare, hi-hats, some bass drum. I don't hate this, I guess, but it's not great. Let's see if we can filter it and make it a little bit more fun. Let's try a filter we haven't played with before. Yeah, no. Let's try nitrous. This thing's always kind of cool. I also think I'm just not enjoying that pattern. This probably, wow, I don't know why that keeps happening. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you I know why it's happening. It's probably because this thing thinks it can be full screen, but it can't. Get some decay on that. And then let's do like volt. Everything I use is volt. I need to get away from that a little bit, but they're just so good. Hard to get away from it when it's so good. Caudal is awesome. Come back. Let's turn it way down a bit because it's pretty strong. Oh, I am using Opulus on this one, cool. So let's get an opposing hi-hat groove going on this. I also haven't really done anything with the snare, and I should. Maybe we'll just do some tube distortion. Ooh. That immediately helped it out. Very cool. Let's do this. if it costs me anything to... I don't remember what this was. It was... This is gonna go a long ways towards helping me. They cost me a little bit, but in terms of CPU performance, but I can keep things a lot tighter if I do that. Oh, what are you? This has got to be the bass, right? That's really cool what's happening with that pad. With Opulus going through those changes, that's really cool. My only complaint is I still feel like I'd rather break it out into its polyphonic constituents, but I don't know if that's actually possible. Is it sending a poly out? It is sending a poly out, so I could, in theory, break that out into multiple. Boy, I really wish I'd have done a bigger mixer for this one. Although, I could do it in a sub-mixer. Maybe that's the way to do it. So if I move this down and add a sub-mixer, this is gonna get big real fast, but so we're gonna set that out like that. And then I also need to make this stereo. Because what I want to do now is break this out into its parts. So this is gonna be tricky. I want to find a polyphonic. Where are you at? Polyphonic. Somewhere in here there's a module that'll let me take a poly input and split it into monos. There's a poly merge, poly split. That's what I'm looking for. So for the moment, we're just going to solo these chords and come in here and focus on this. So we want to take the output of this into the poly input, and then take input number 1 into the input, and that should give us a single note. Perfect. So let's bring this down. And we're going to duplicate with cables, with the only difference being we're going to drop that input and switch it into input 2, and then take the output of that into input number 2. I should put spacers on these so I know what's what, because it's going to be real easy to screw this up. Duplicate. With cables. Give myself a 1U space there. And I'm gonna need to move this down the line a bit. And we can subtly change everything about all of these filters. And this one I still need to change the input and take an output. And then let's do the same here. Let's take input number 4 and output into 4. Break the chord up a bit. Very cool. Blanks. I don't want a blank, I want the label. We'll just do the slimmest one, because I think that should give me almost no performance hit, right? 0.1. I don't even know if I really need those, but it's something to help me separate in my mind what these are. Adding some panning to this thing just really goes a long way. I do feel like I want to add something to this. I just don't know what yet, but this pad's a lot better now. Maybe do like a randomizer with the so let's bring this down a little bit. Let's find a random deal. And I think I want this to be off the clock, but maybe we'll get the clock going on it. Yeah, let's get the clock going. So my clock is here. This is reset, or at least it should be. So reset, run, and clock. So reset, run. Do I not have a run? And just clock. Okay, so now we're stepping through. Let's just start modulating some of this stuff. This isn't quite what I want. It's cool, but it's not quite what I was hoping for. Let's try something else. I almost wonder if just some noise is what I'm really looking for. I've got a clock repeat right here. What if I just modulate that with noise? That doesn't seem to be quite what I'm looking for. That's more what I was thinking. And then maybe what I want to do is add like a what's it called? I don't want to use chances. There's something else. It's for tempering out how fast it happens. It's a attenuator, the attenuator. There we go. So 8 vert, I think, is what I'm going to want to use. Perfect. Boy, that's just all over the place. No, it doesn't seem to do what I'd hoped it was going to do. Everything's so quiet, you can't get anything out of it. I thought this attenuator was... like, it's doing it. It's just not quite fast enough to... get it all the way up there. Maybe a faster clock will change that? No, doesn't seem to. Maybe it needs some kind of input. No, it shouldn't. It should just be a noise out. Although, maybe... no, that's a noise output. It's working. I mean, I see it hitting the attenuator. Let's try something else. Oh boy, this thing's a big mess that I don't know how to use, so I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. Quad voltage processor. Modulation inputs. So do I need to like... these have a clock input on them. That's still not quite doing what I thought it was going to. I need to get voltage into it. How would I do that? I would need to send like a clock signal into it, maybe? Nope. Oh, yep. So that's more what I was hoping for. Boy, there's a lot of cables. Let's zoom in on flux a little bit here and see if we can kind of mess with this a bit. So the S and H, I think, is what I want. Move a control to assign it. Okay, so that's kind of cool. You can kind of pick which things you want to work on there. That's pretty cool. Let's balance all these out. And was I already going through like some kind of... I think I want to put all this through like a granulator type thing. This part of the patch is getting to be a little bit on the gross side, but that's okay. Oh, granular. Let's do Supercell. So we're just gonna patch into Supercell here. It's interesting that so many of these things mess with the size, or the volume, I mean. Man, that card's getting loud. I need to deal with that. Oh, shoot. I totally lost internet for a bit there, didn't I? I forgot that I can't stream at midnight. We'll see if this is even still working. I wish it wasn't so quiet, but I can turn it up. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. That's more what I was hoping for it to do. Ooh, that's cool. I want to do something to this hi-hat sound, but I don't know what. Like, it's cool, but I want something to fuck it up a bit. Something more than just a filter, something a little different. I don't think that's really doing anything. Oof. It gets really cool sometimes. That's kind of cool. Kind of crap it out a bit. That's kind of cool stopping part for this patch for now. This is a pretty cool little patch. That pad, I was really concerned that it wasn't going to turn out at all, and it's maybe not so bad. Is the poly, am I like bringing that? Okay, I'm teleporting that down here and then breaking it up. I feel like I want to still do something else with that poly, and I don't know what to do with it though. The teleports sure let me clean things up quite a lot though, that's for sure. Reset, run. I think I could do like a, well, I've got the panning going, which I could get some more cool motion by modulating that panning too. Want something that's not quite so intense. Let's just do like a real simple LFO. It's like the most basic LFO I can get. How far is that gonna go? So here's where I can use a attenuator. Modulate the pan on all of those. That's cool. Just add a little bit of motion to them. So this thing's kind of always evolving. Do I want to have any kind of chord change to this one, or is this one just gonna float? It's starting to feel like it's just a floating kind of thing. It needs some noise and it needs some kind of cool effecty things to come in, but we'll save that as progress. I think this is pretty cool. Okay. One last one to check out here, and then I'm probably going to call it a night. I'm curious where this one was at. It was Evolve Pad, Bass, and Drum, I think. And it might just start right up. Hopefully it's not crazy loud. There we go. I have it muted, so I can walk it in. Yeah, let's bring that down. And let's hit the reset, on. Probably the best patch I've done so far. Let's play some keys. It's a little loud. Sorry, I don't have a camera on for my keyboard. Still a little loud. Need to get a camera turned on for the keyboard. That's a cool patch. Might be the best one I've come up with yet. There's a lot going on in it, and the cabling is before I learned about teleporting today, so it's messy as fuck. This patch looks ungodly messy. I guess it doesn't look too bad, but it's pretty messy. It's like pushing the limits of what a single CPU core can handle, which is kind of frustrating that VCV can't do multi-core, but I could ditch a lot of the scopes and probably get some performance back, because I don't need to have all the scopes going, although they do look cool. Give it that dark, late at night vibe. Duck my lights back a little. Get that vibe. I want to keep playing keys. Sorry, I know it sucks that I don't have a... It's a fun one. The key changes are a fun little challenge. I really wish it wouldn't freak out like that, but man, when those arps come in, I really dig those. So cool. All right. Kill it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I'm going to go chill out. So take it easy. Have a good one. Let's do this whole thing. Let's bring in some of that good old music. And I'll see y'all next time.